We are recording.
Welcome to the Tatutu Podcast.
Welcome back to episode 3 of There Are Tunnels Under the University. The last 2 had issues. We've been having government censorship going after us. We've had some people knocking at the doors. They don't want you to know, but
The deep state.
But you need to know, okay? So I think first thing we should start off with, the best way to start always, is one of our sponsors. Thank you very much to Big Tree. They've been really keeping us alive. They've been hiding us. They've been sheltering us.
They've been giving me oxygen.
They've been giving
me shots of oxygen.
Yeah, whenever needed. Thank you, Big Tree. We want to say, there's lots of types of worms out there. Generally, they're good. They're not bugs. They're not insects. But we do appreciate them. So shout out to all the worms. Worms. Okay, now we do have some things we wanted to talk about. There was that stinky guy not too long ago. You remember that?
Yes.
Okay. Strange. There were people. They're watching us.
They're watching us.
Okay. There was
Stinky guy.
There was stinky guy. We were in the tunnels, and there was new additions down there. Not the university tunnels, of course.
The other tunnels.
The other
connect
tunnels.
to the university.
Do they connect?
I don't know.
I haven't been deep enough.
Anything can connect.
Many things do connect. If you want to know more about the tunnels, you can
Connect 4.
You can go out right now, be voluntarily let into the construction sites, and you can see there are tunnels. There are tunnels.
There are tunnels with poop in them. Don't go in with
Don't-
your Crocs.
Don't go in those ones with the Crocs.
Yeah, don't go in the tunnels with your Crocs because then you'll step on poop.
Yeah, you should wear you should wear your fishing water boots.
And carry
know.
your universal discount with you at all times when
Yeah.
exploring the tunnels.
Yeah. Well, exploring the wider tunnels, the university tunnels, they're open to the public.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me consult my notes real quick. All right. I think it's time. We're going to take a little second from the normal footage because we have to make our TikTok hype sections. We're going to just say some things that we're going to make into short form, and then we're going to cut it up, put it on our Instagram,
And
pretend like there's anything
We're
going
going to
on.
make a Red Note account.
We're going to make a Red Note account.
Because TikTok is no more. We need to go to China for the Red Note.
Okay, that one might be hard
It's
because
okay.
they're already after us.
No, I have an account already.
Okay.
I'll gotta show you something.
So, what do the short form people want? What do they want to see? They want to see
Probably like above a shelf
above a shelf.
or like on top of the fridge.
I like that.
We
We'll work on that one.
could give them step stools.
Okay, step stools. We've got that.
Property in Egypt, and what they do for you is they. Yo, you sitting there playing with the. Oh, we're so sorry to hear about your brother that passed away. He gets 5 big booms. Boom! 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 Boom!
This is what they want. This is what
we need to do.
This is
This is
what's
Red
gonna
Note.
happen.
That's Red Note.
Wow.
It doesn't let me post because Verizon blocks Chinese messages to your phone.
Thank goodness. They're
Oh.
keeping us safe
They have
from.
a Red Note shop.
Thank goodness.
Take a look at this.
Can we show that to the? Yeah, they saw that. Okay, so let's be serious for a second.
Okay.
We need to give the people not what they want. We need to mix what they want with what they need. What do they need?
A Facebook community group.
They need Facebook community groups, okay? What do we have? We have each other.
We do have each other.
Nothing else.
Nothing.
So, what does that mean we're going to do? Announcing our new Facebook community group.
Community group.
Find us on Facebook. Meta. They don't want you to see us, but you'll be able to find us.
We'll be on the metaverse.
We'll be there.
We're on the blockchain. Make sure you buy our NFTs.
Yeah, buy our
But-
big tree NFTs.
But we're on the blockchain.
Yeah, we're tapped in.
We already tried making a WhatsApp community group, but last episode, but unfortunately you guys were being a little bit too hectic,
A little bit too rowdy.
too rowdy.
And the wrong people found us.
Yeah, the wrong people found us there. So we're gonna have to switch to the metaverse.
Yeah, but you'll be able to find us there live in the metaverse.
Yeah.
Okay. I know. All right. We're gonna switch. We're gonna make bits that we're gonna put. We're gonna make 15-second, 60-second clips where we pretend like this is real. Like any of this is real. Like this whole thing. We're gonna pretend like what we're doing, we exist. We're gonna pretend, okay? We're gonna do a little game. Okay, we're gonna take it seriously though.
Okay.
This isn't gonna be like last episode, all wild and zany. Okay, because we're not having people knocking on my house again saying, "Oh, I'm leaving for the weekend. Would you mind watching my house and make sure nothing happens?" Okay, because I know what that means. Okay, so we're gonna be serious.
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna start soon, and we're gonna and then we're gonna start.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
This is what they don't want you to know. You're not supposed to know about this, but there are tunnels.
There are tunnels.
They connect everywhere. Disneyland, they have tunnels.
You know where else they have tunnels?
Disney World.
Disney World,
What does that tell you?
Legoland.
Legoland?
They have the square tunnels that connect to Disneyland.
What does that tell you? It tells you there's something that Big Pharma, they don't want you to know about this.
That's where they have all the tunnels. They have tunnels, Johnson & Johnson and Pfizer.
They have tunnels.
They have
Sears,
tunnels.
the Sears Mall, they had tunnels.
Circle K. Circle K connects to all the other Circle Ks in America with an underground tunnel system.
Yeah. You think you see these trains being transporting like tanks and stuff? Those are false. Those are rubber. You have to jump over the fence and jump onto the train, and you can see.
Yes.
But we know, and we'll tell you, if you stick with us, we can tell you what you need to hear.
We have the truth.
We have the truth. The truth that Instagram is not okay with. The truth that WhatsApp, they tried to destroy us. They tried to find us, but
We came back stronger.
we came back stronger, okay? Think it, dream it, do it.
Think it, dream
Think
it, do
it,
it.
dream it,
Think it,
Dream it, do it. Okay?
Think it, dream it, do it.
That's how we're still alive. We're still giving the people what they need.
Sorry, I had an itch. I had an itch to tell the people what they need to hear.
Yeah. Prime. They don't want you to know this. Prime the drink, Amazon Prime. Ran by the same people.
I'm drinking Prime right now. Try this. What does that tell you?
This tells me a lot. This tells me mom and pop stores, they're in cahoots, okay? They're in collusion.
They're all lying. They're all saying support local businesses. They're all connected too.
But do they support local businesses?
Yeah. They all want to have you support their local business, but you think they support local businesses? Where do you think they get their materials?
Yeah.
They go to Sam's Club.
Yeah. Where do they get their? What do they do with the money that they get? They take it.
They
buy RAV4s.
They buy RAV4s.
Is that a local business? No. Made in. You think being made in North Carolina makes you a local business? It doesn't. Okay. This isn't North Carolina. This is North Mexico.
This is North Mexico.
And we make our own cars here. And still, all these local business owners don't buy them.
Yeah.
You're telling me because you've got the money, you think you shouldn't be going around in a 2004 Toyota Tundra that's been hand spray painted with Armor All?
Yeah. I handmade my car with Adobe brick with ancient northern New Mexico techniques.
Yes.
We're in northern Mexico, and I used Adobe to build my vehicle. And
it's
wooden
strong.
wheels. It's strong.
It's strong. It's
strong.
stronger. They don't want you to know this. It's
Like-
one of the strongest.
It's one of the strongest. You know what a V8 is? That's nothing.
Nothing.
That's nothing. I have the foot. You know, like the foot pedals on. Like you use your feet to move the thing.
Yeah.
See, I engineered that my car, so whenever I take one step, it's like taking 3,000 steps.
Yeah.
So I have human power. I have horsepower. I have like horsepower. Now let's talk about that. Why is it called horsepower?
Why are there 14 horses per horsepower?
Yeah, if it's a car that's not made out of horses.
Why isn't it car power? The fuel isn't made out of horses either.
It's not made out of
They haven't
horses.
been doing that for 50 years.
They don't skin the horses to make the leather anymore either.
Yeah. Now they're just using ethically sourced, Malaysian children.
Yeah, ethically sourced.
They
And
don't want you to know about Polynesia though.
They don't.
They're dropping bombs.
It's horrible.
It's horrible. Okay, and then the Polynesians, they have to have white women fighting for them. Okay, yeah, let's take this seriously for a second. Okay, we're making cars here in northern Mexico. We're using oxblood Adobe. It's stronger than steel.
Yeah,
You can't blast through it with dynamite.
correct.
We're using, and they're electric cars. They're fuel efficient. We're instead of buying Tesla lithium that's mined, we're using the rechargeable Elf bar batteries that people just throw out.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's how it's done here. That is the ancient techniques.
Yeah, I mean, like last week, I just time traveled in my car. Like that movie from Hollywood about time traveling with like a weird car that opens the doors wrong. I used a geek bar as the engine, as like the fuel for my time travel. All I had to do was tap on the geek bar and open Pokemon Go on it, and once I caught a Pikachu, it transported me to 2043.
Yeah, and see, they don't. The population doesn't understand this, but everything is connected, interwoven like a spider's web. But that makes you question who is the spinner, who is the web, and it's you. If you use geek bars, you become the spinner. You decide the fates. You connect the past and the future. They become one. You achieve Kaim.
Exactly.
You become free. You become with the stars.
Yes.
And they don't tell you geek bars can do that, but that's why they distribute it. They distribute it everywhere so their agents, the spinners, can have it.
Yes. Why do you think you can get 2 geek bars for $20 at the gas station?
Yeah. Because they're in cahoots.
They don't want you to know the true power that you can do.
You have to unspin your web.
To unspin your web,
You have to stand.
play Pokemon Go on your geek bar.
Yeah. You have to stand on the twigs and look at the web as it is. Why do you think they call it the World Wide Web? They already knew. They already understood.
That brings us back to the tunnels.
Yeah.
Everything connected, World Wide Web.
Yeah. One
World
series
Wide
of tubes also could be considered a series of tunnels
Everything.
if you make yourself the right size to fit through them.
They all tried to use Illuminati as like a cover up. Like the three sides, it's a triangle, but the true answer was it was tunnels. If you put a bunch of triangles together, that makes a circle.
Yeah.
You add a bunch of them, make it 3D, that's a tunnel.
Do you think we just figured out to render triangles on computers for no reason and then use that as the basis of making everything instead of just rendering the shape as one thing? Making polygons as they'd want you to think of them as.
Yes.
They don't want you to know.
It's all tunnels.
It's all tunnels. Okay. Now we tried this last time. We tried this the last 2 episodes and got us in a little bit of hot water. They were flushing the tunnels for a little bit, but we blocked it off, redirected it, channeled some key, cleared it out. So we're gonna get back to this. I know that we've had our sponsors in the past. Big Tree Lobbying. They're good friends of ours. We're good friends with them. Steel mills, questionable. But what I'm going to tell you about, you may misconstrue it as working against Big Tree Lobbying, but that is not what it is. These are 2 different things. One just hijacking the other. Okay? The worm. Now, what I'm talking about is not a worm. I'm not talking about flat worms,
The worm.
round worms, hairy worms.
Skinny worm.
I'm talking about the worm.
The worm.
The automatons created by Nebuchadnezzar 10,000 years ago.
10,000 years ago.
They severed the connection that he had to the automatons by sealing him in the obsidian casket, but the automatons work on their own. They don't need him. They don't need his dark magic. They feed on people, okay? If you have a clock that opens the door and you cast your spirit through one of these doors without rooms, but the groundskeepers find you and seal you in a room without doors, the clock that opened the door can be switched to opening the door in the physical realm, and the groundskeepers can find you and take you and make you an agent of the worm.
And that brings me back to my other point. When I time warped 43 years in the future, I saw the magical worm of Skebbledore. And what that did for me was they sell you the property and they chill the frick out, yo. Y'all playing Curse of Ra, Curse of Egypt. Now, 43 years from now, that doesn't mean much. But if you're talking about like the plane of existence on the universal cosmos, it means something, Like, I was on Alpha Centauri, right? And all they talked about was like cosmic worms. Like cosmic worms? What do you can't have a cosmic worm that's not a state of matter.
You can't
You can't.
have that.
You can't. You can have wormholes, but that's a name for a idea.
Yeah.
That's not a worm.
Yeah.
So like, I was on Alpha Centauri, and we had these guys talking about worms like, and I just said them like, and they just kept telling me about the cosmic worm of reality. But I had to tell them that there's one true worm. And guess what? It's not a triangle.
It's not good.
It's not good. It's not a triangle.
No. See,
No.
you can't connect worms and triangles.
You can't.
Triangles, they're strong, form a triangle like this. They're strong.
Yeah.
Okay, worms, doesn't work like that.
Doesn't work like that. Like, look, worms, they are not triangles. They're nowhere near triangles.
Nowhere.
I mean, worms aren't even a shape.
No.
Triangles are a shape.
The worms, they only have shapes that your mind puts on them.
Yeah. And, if you cut a worm in half, that makes 2 worms. You cut a triangle in half, that also makes 2 triangles.
And that's the
But
kind of things they're trying to
that's
use
what
to
they're trying
convince you.
use to- if you cut a triangle the other way, then they're both the 2 things that come out. They're not going to be triangles anymore. Let me tell you, they'll be like squares.
Yeah.
You cut a worm vertically in half with a katana. Let me tell you that's just a worm.
Yeah.
It doesn't change.
It doesn't change. When you don't look at it, it goes back.
I know. Like, all those Alpha Centaurians, they're all talking about Andromeda and the Milky Way being consumed by the cosmic worm. But, like,
But that's not true.
that's not true. It's
There's-
a lie they're trying to instill in you.
There's the obsidian seals, the
Obsidian
black
seals,
stones.
Black stones.
They've got the runes on them.
They do have the runes, but they don't have...
And Belthor, he's trying to tell you otherwise, but it's not true.
they don't even have the crystals. That,
Like, journalistic integrity is just gone out the window.
no.
I took a visit to 2060.
2060.
They already knew that there were no cosmic worms. It was just they admitted that they were lying. And you know what happened?
What?
Belthor, he's still there.
He's still there. Of course
He's
he
still
is.
he's still running.
Because he's right. You can't just say you can't just deny the cosmic, you can't deny that.
Yeah.
You can't just say there's a cosmic worm. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
I traveled for 43 years into the future on like a light speed sail
Yeah, with the
And-
Geek Bar.
with the Geek Bar. And the first thing I do, I get over here on Alpha Centauri, I'm saying, and they just greet me saying like, talking about the cosmic worm.
It's like, what kind of
Like-
delusion are these people living in?
They're living in delusion.
Who is feeding them this?
Like, do they? I don't think they have a deep state like type of
Like, they don't have any like worm leaders there because the worms are here. The worms aren't there.
yeah. They don't
Who is
have
even
any
telling you?
shards or crystals to relate the wisdom of truth to them.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
So, what do they even have to gain? That's the question. You look at that and you find all the answers, okay? Like big tree lobbying. They've got things to gain. They've got trees that they want. They want trees to be bigger. You know, they're clear. They're upfront about what they have to gain from sponsoring this
Yeah.
show. But
That leads me to our segue to our sponsor, the Redwoods in California. They need your help right now.
they need your help.
There's a fire right now, and
Yeah.
they've been living for millions of years.
Yeah, and these are some great people, okay?
They're great.
They had us
they're
over.
huge.
They're welcoming. They're friendly.
Sometimes you could even like be inside them.
Yeah. They're very kind.
Very kind, and they need your support.
Yeah. They really don't deserve what's been happening to them right now.
Yeah.
Which
so,
I'm gonna say it. Probably the worm.
probably the worm.
In some part had something to do with it. You see these people, they're starting these fires. I had some insiders from the Big Tree lobbying say that these were not like anti-Big Tree activists, okay? These are random people. You think random people are suddenly going to come out being anti-Big Tree? What did Big Tree do to these people? Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
It's just all worm.
Yeah. They had the clock that opens the door, and they got caught in the room without doors, and now they're servants of the worm.
And that's just like a modern problem in our society. People
Yeah.
feeding into the worm.
Yeah. You have to hate the worm. You don't have to hate the servants, but you have to hate the worm.
Yeah. Worms control people. People don't control worms.
Yeah. It's sort of, you have to know what can happen if you've got the clock that opens the door.
Yeah.
But like young people, they don't like think, they don't have like
They're
long-term.
easily influenced.
Yeah, if their friends become agents of the worm, they're likely to
Like,
as well.
Oh wow! Like my friend Fleekelman, he's an agent of the worm and he's doing good. Like
Yeah.
he's got 3 compounds.
Yeah.
Right?
He's got the little tiny shrubs.
little tiny shrubs, and he's got like he's got a Tesla.
Yeah.
So like with that,
It's
you got all these young people. They see they can get compounds,
And-
shrubs, and a Tesla
Tesla Model M's.
Tesla Model M's. So it's way too appealing for them when
Yeah.
they could just open their minds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and it's harder. It's kind of exhausting trying to be aware of the worm. Okay, you have to learn. You have to make your own automatons. It's not easy. Okay, it's hard. We tried to give some shout outs to some guides that teach you how to create your own automatons to fight the worms on previous Instagram posts and stuff like that, but they shut us down. They took them. We had to take them down. Okay, so we're probably gonna have a Fansly that has that,
Yeah.
but don't tell them
Don't tell 'em.
because otherwise they'll take down our Fansly.
Yeah. But see, we're right now. We're in an underground bunker,
Yeah,
and it's because we're in the
because there's tunnels.
there's tunnels.
Yeah,
That's how we get around.
yeah,
These worms are above ground trying to make you agents of the worm.
yeah. They're trying to. They don't explore tunnels. They make the tunnel. They destroy the tunnel. They
Yeah.
close the tunnel once they open
have
it.
closed minds when they can open their minds to the spirit of
Truth.
truth,
Yeah, in the American way.
the American way. Like
But-
that's manifest destiny.
Yeah.
You go tunneling.
And they don't want you to know, but it's real and it's open. And if you have the audacity to channel manifest destiny, the paths open up for you,
Yeah.
like a tunnel opened
like a
up
tunnel.
in front of you, leading you to where you want to be,
I mean, look at your ears. You're taking in this information, right?
right through a tunnel.
Right through a tunnel to your brain.
Yeah.
It's a tunnel.
That's good.
It's
That's good.
When you're eating schlop,
Yeah.
that's a tunnel.
Yeah.
Comes out of the tunnel too.
It's a tunnel. It's a well-developed tunnel. You've got your whole body is built around this tunnel.
Yeah.
What does that tell you? Who is your real friend? Who's on your side? There's not many people on your side, but the tunnels are.
Tunnels are on your side.
Yeah.
Now, just remember, everyone, like, do your daily obsidian casket, storage of your body every night for 3 millennia.
Yeah.
And
Seal
You know
yourself
what?
in obsidian crystals.
you'll
When you're not-
obsidian crystals when you're, I don't know, if you're not like taking your kids out to another planet or something, if you just got free time, like if you're playing.
Yeah,
you're- you don't-
everyone's got some free time.
You got free
okay,
time.
like your chores, they'll get done. Okay,
Yeah.
you do some of them. You do some obsidian sealing.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like a
Expand
skincare
your
routine.
tunnel.
Yeah, you got to make sure your tunnels, explore your tunnels. Not like the worm would want you to, though.
No, don't do what the worm says.
Yeah, but take some time, appreciate yourself, okay? Appreciate your family, okay? That's serious. They're all you got. The worm wants you to hate your family. The worm wants you to think bad things about your mom when she yells at you for playing on the PS5, okay?
Yeah,
'Cause you're supposed to love her, okay?
you gotta.
You know, they'll never, your family won't understand. They were in age before tunnels were understood, okay? So they'll never get it.
They'll
Okay.
never get it.
You would think that people who saw tunnels from the beginning up until now, you'd think they know a lot about tunnels, but no, unless that was their job, being a tunneler, tunnel creator, tunnel explorer, they
They don't get it.
don't know. Yeah, you got to go. If they ask for help with the tunnel, just give them a help because you love them. Tell them you love them. Don't make the last thing you might say to your family members something about the worm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Done with
that's serious.
it. I think that leads it up to our intermission.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna take a quick break and then we'll be right back.